Hey guys, this is Kyle again with the not so last blog of the year. Um, Phoenix or Homestead is over now, so that means the season's over. And we all know that Tony Stewart took home the championship this year, so congratulations to Tony Stewart. It was a pretty tough, pretty intense race for the fans to watch because Tony and Carl were neck and neck during the last portions of the race. Tony Stewart passed a lot of cars in order to stay in this thing, and his crew chief, I guess, almost messed up his race because of that. But Tony came through and was able to get up to Carl at the end of the race. Man, this season has been crazy. We've had a lot of first-time winners and a lot of uncertainty between drivers and their rides and everything. And this is the last thing that we expected. This two-man battle for the championship, that was just crazy. I can't believe that Carl and Tony were able to put on a great show like that, especially battling for the win on the last laps at Homestead. That was amazing. Plus, it also brought on the tiebreaker that went into Tony's favor, of course, because Carl had only one win. That saying that we did not see a whole lot of Vickernism at Homestead, which thankfully I'm happy for that. Brian Vickers still finished mid-pack anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But Matt Kenseth was able to recover from last week and the weeks before that to finish in the top 5. So kudos to Matt Kenseth. So, not a whole lot to say now because of the season and season's over. Had a lot of crew chief changes going on already. Championship crew chief Darian Grubb will not be returning next year. And it looks like Steve Addington's going to leave Kurt Busch to be crew chief for Tony Stewart. So, yeah, Kurt and Tony used to be like big time rivals back in the day. So I'm laughing at Kurt right now because he just lost his crew chief to his rival. So, more on Carl Edwards. You know, I was a little disappointed for Carl because Carl was also, not only was Tony giving it all he had, but so was Carl. And Carl, he just came up short. And yeah, I've been pretty critical on Carl in the past, but and I wanted to see Tony Stewart win this thing. But man, Carl, I can only feel for Carl because that was disappointing for him to have to go through that a second time. But it was even more disappointing because he lost that championship by a mere tie. And the only reason why he didn't win the championship was because he only had one win and Tony had 5 wins. So, yeah, that was pretty bad. Of course, Kyle Busch, he's had a pretty rough time ever since that probation and getting parked at Texas. He's could have finished 3rd at Phoenix or whatever. However, he was probably going to finish in the top 5, but he didn't. He had a blown engine, and then Dave Rogers tried to make him go 75 laps on 1 tank of fuel at Homestead, and that didn't work out. So not a good finish off to Kyle's year, but that's a good reason why 2012 is around the corner. Another guy who's happy for 2012 is Casey Kane. Of course, I talk about Casey a lot. He will be going to Hendrick Motorsports in 2012 and driving the number 5 car. And what a great season he had. I mean, yeah, the first part of it wasn't so great. I mean, he ran consistent. He had speed to win races. He just had bad luck, but he finally got a good break at Phoenix and won. It's never too late in the year to win a race, in my opinion. So, especially if you're Casey Kane. But if Casey would have made the chase, he would have been third in points, like 20-something points out. Which, in my opinion, even if he had made the chase, he still wouldn't have been able to win the championship, because unless being in the chase would have made him more fast too. But you never know what could have happened if Casey made the chase. He may have been right up there, and then he may have just been like he has been, or worse. I don't know. But for Casey's sake, I'm glad that 2011's over, and he has a bright future ahead of him at Hendrick. I'm not going to cry championship yet, because not even Hendrick cars are guaranteed championships. But I do expect wins from him. I do expect Casey to win races and make the chase. That's exactly what I expect. But anyway, more on Kurt Busch. Firing off at a reporter like that was just really rude, and he's done that lots of times already. So I have the Dirty Sock Award for Kurt Busch, because you do not say stuff like that to a reporter, and you do not start dropping the F-bomb at him for no reason. It wasn't his fault. Of course, he probably could have been a little bit more considerate for Kurt, instead of bringing up the 14 and whatever else he brought up to get Kurt mad. But still, Kurt should not have done that. And hopefully Roger Penske gives him a good talking to. I doubt it, but you never know. Plus, and another thing, I want to give the Crying Towel award out. I don't really have a towel, so I'll have to use my SpongeBob blanket here. Don't make fun of me for liking SpongeBob. But anyway, I'll have to use my SpongeBob blanket for the towel this time. This goes to the fans who booed Michelle Obama. That is a disgrace to the country, and that just makes us NASCAR fans look bad for booing a political figure. You do not boo the First Lady. I don't care if the First Lady is Lady Gaga. You do not boo the First Lady. So, here's the Crying Towel. Oh, we don't like Michelle Obama being at the racetrack. What the heck is she doing here? Why? You did not boo the First Lady, people! Okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. But anyway, yeah, booing a political figure like that, no wonder why non-NASCAR fans think that NASCAR fans are just a bunch of drunk rednecks being like that, you know. NASCAR fans have got to mature. I mean, it's like calling the kettle black on the Kyle Busch deal. NASCAR fans often show me more immaturity than Kyle Busch or Kurt Busch ever have. So, with that saying, congratulations to Tony Stewart on that championship. Looking forward to the 2012 season. Hopefully it'll be better than what we saw here. Maybe we'll see a 3-way tie next year. You never know. Hopefully 4-way tie, 5-way tie. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, thank you for listening, and hope you enjoyed my Dirty Sock Award. And thank you, and God bless.